Hey Dumplings, it's Dave Decide. Today I want to get into V and a funny moment where he explains why he does something weird. I think you'll like it. I also want to get into the V and Jenny elevator picture, and of course Hybe posting something that got armies really upset. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Go grab the Dumplings, hey Spilling Mug merch, and let's get into it. We need to talk about Hybe and what they have been up to recently. BTS has been on their little break, but that doesn't stop Hybe from releasing things involving the members or releasing things in their catalog. BTS does have a Busan concert coming out in October, so they definitely need to prepare, practice together, or have some surprises at the show. Hybe has released a new product on their Weverse shop, and it's called the Proof Collector's Edition. It's available on pre-order, and the first round of pre-orders are for the Members Club people only. There's a lot of people online who are selling these fake memberships. The best way to get it and safely get it is on Weverse, and if you don't know how to get it from there, just contact Weverse support and they can guide you. Don't buy it from a third party or someone who is messaging you from Facebook. Now, the pre-orders and all that is not the biggest issue, as most armies would just order it. However, I think a lot less armies are going to order this one, as with shipping to certain parts of the world, the product can end up costing well over $400. You do get things like photo cards and access to a photo booth in their BTS exhibition event. That will be an event that is later hosted. And if you go, you'll have this perk if you bought the thing. However, the cost is just too much with shipping, and even without, it's still a hefty price tag. In certain parts of the world, $400 can be your rent. A big portion of what you're paying for are the songs, and you can definitely listen to those online. Actually, I will be reacting to more of the album on my Patreon, so if you want to check that out, I have already reacted to it Yet to Come and For Youth. I will link my Patreon below. However, in the defense of Hybe, if rent is that much for you, then I urge you to not get it. Don't be silly with your financial choices, and know that you don't need this product. Your life and your situation is much more important. People online were throwing backlash at the BTS members for making this price, and I have to say that I don't think they're in charge of the specific price. Back when BTS was doing their personalized merch, Jin had sold some PJs, and he had admitted when he saw the price for the first time that he was quite shocked. But the price of an item is determined by demand. If only 3 people want this item, then they have to lower that price to hopefully get more people to buy it. If there's 50 million people that want it, the company needs to raise their price of the product, as they cannot manufacture 50 million products very quickly. So they need less demand for it, and if you get less demand when you raise the price. While the price tag is high, I think it's fair, and BTS has worked really hard for their products to be seen as valuable and high-end. It's seen as a status symbol to be able to be a fan now because it's so expensive. My issue isn't entirely the price, but a little more what they added in the product disclaimer. They said that by the label's request, they will not be counting the sales of this album and the collection on the music charts. The product is limited to 1 purchase per person, so it probably wouldn't count that highly on the charts, as typically armies like to buy 50 of them to get BTS to rank higher. But I am not sure why the label wouldn't want it to count anyway, even if you can only buy 1. I literally can't think of a specific reason for this. If you know, please let me know. While fans were protesting this album and the cost, there's been a lot of talk about what V is doing and all that. An older moment that popped up was a moment where V explained a little habit or action he does that really annoys all of the members. So V is a very clean person. You can tell when he shows his apartment, or maybe he cleans it up before he shows it. But back when he and BTS were rooming together, when V would clean his room, he would want to throw something that he no longer has use for, so pillows or lighters, and V would just put them on either Jimin or Jin's bed. They would often ask, "Why is this on my bed? Who put it here?" And V would come out and say, "It's for you." And Jimin or Jin were both very annoyed that V was giving him these things that he was throwing out, basically giving garbage to them. But V probably saw it as, this is a perfectly good thing. It's not broken, so why throw it out when the other members could use it for something? And V calls them his little gifts. I think this is such a funny habit or thing to do. It's like when you discover something in your room and makes you think of this person, so you give them that thing. And it's never with bad intentions. But I have definitely done more of these odder things to my friends, and they've taken it in that way. I didn't want them to, obviously. Jin and Jimin saw what V was giving as trash, and that V was purposely throwing out trash on their bed. But that was not the case. These products are not trash, they're just not being used. But trash often does not take itself out. People were calling these new V and Jenny photos to be trash, and that the people who were making them are trash. And yes, most people believe the recent V and Jennie photos are edited now. Someone messaged the account that put their watermark on the photo and or edited the V and Jennie photos, and this fan baited the editor by saying that the fan would like to start a scandal with another celebrity and asked if they could pay to Photoshop an image. And basically that was seen as their way of kind of exposing this person who edited the photos. The photos are very well edited, and I think it's a mash of 50 different moments and screen grabs put together to make this photo that we see. We have recently seen the V and Jennie apartment photo and the backstage photo getting their hair done, and of course there is a new one that has just come out when V and Jennie are allegedly in an elevator together with matching Pooh Bear shirts. The only real evidence that people have against these photos are that they can't find the original photo that were used to make this photo. However, it seems like what this editor has done is really take their time to go into BTS's reality shows and Blackpink moments and crop in certain moments and then piece them together. It's pretty easy to Photoshop a design for a shirt, and without a doubt there's always a tail sign that it's the members with either a freckle, nails, or something that is showing people. Alongside the recent extremely expensive album, they were really upset over both of these things, claiming that the lack of response from HYBE is causing death threats to V, which I haven't seen any of that. I've seen a lot of Jennie though. And then of course, having the album so expensive makes BTS look money hungry. You don't know what is going on behind the scenes, and if they're carefully looking into this. But also the alleged editor claimed they hacked into Jennie's phone, so that could be something that is happening behind the scenes, like legal action that cannot be discussed publicly. Also, if there is hacking of an iCloud or Jennie's phone, there could be really personal and sensitive data that this person might have of Jennie, and they don't want to publicly go after this person in fear that this person could leak that information. Or HYBE is just looking at these photos and thinking it's obviously photoshopped, and there's nothing to deny. I also personally believe that labels need to stop addressing dating rumors. It starts to then normalize it, and then everyone can learn whether true or not, it's no one's business, and it can just be up in the air like that. I think I remember back when it used to be a bigger deal in America, when people were dating, never death threats, but always speculation, and no one ever confirmed or denied. It was eventually just used as a publicity stunt and promotion of new music or movies. At a certain point in America pop culture, I think celebrities were using their nudes as promo as well. Like, I don't think K-pop would ever get there, but if it does, it's totally not a big deal, and I don't understand people who are American that get upset over a dating rumor in K-pop. Just because it's quote-unquote a scandal in Korea doesn't mean it's a scandal in general, so treat it as you would normally treat a celebrity dating, and we can all help normalize that. But what do you think? How do you feel about V talking about how much he annoys the other members with his actions? How do you feel about HYBE coming out and revealing the BTS album and it being priced high? And how do you feel about the elevator pictures and what is believed to be an edit? Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks, just lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.